Hi, good morning, everyone. Real quick topic today and tomorrow. We're going to be doing something very short. It's solving literal equations. Before I get to that, though, please remember that your test is due tonight. You need to go in there, make sure you have it completed. If you didn't do so well the first attempt, please remember you got a second attempt as well. So go in there, try your best. Grades are due tomorrow. I'm going to be very busy tomorrow. I'm not sure if tutoring hours are going to be happening the way it should be. I got 230 kids, so it's going to be a little bit for me to type in all the grades and all that good stuff. But anyway, solid little equations. First thing to know, there are usually no combining like terms. If you remember what combining like terms is, that means when I would add the partners. So I would get the numbers together, put them together, get the x's together, put them together, and all that good stuff. And for this particular topic, we're not looking at that. All we're looking for is fixing a formula, fixing the equation. Example, area equals length times width. I want to solve for W. That means I need to get this W by itself. Of course, we want to do the border to make sure we know our left and our right side. And now we need to be doing something called the inverse operations. Inverse operations. What that means is I'm going to look at who's with my W. I'm going to do the opposite of what is happening in the formula right here. Be very careful. Right here, we should see length times width. That's multiplication. I'm going to do the opposite so I can get this W by itself. Opposite is division. I need to get rid of this L. Just like in previous topics, who would we divide by? The person that it's stuck to. In this case, it is the L. Since I divided by L on this side, I also need to do it on this side. In this case, L divided by L is going to be just 1, which would cancel out. My W is finally by itself, and my new formula will be area over length. And that's my answer. All we're doing is manipulating the formula or whatever it is, and we should be good to go. Let's do another one. Something very similar. This video is going to go a little fast, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's do. Shoot, I got brain stuck. Let's do something similar, just random letters. Okay, let's do uh B equals G times H. I'm gonna throw a little curveball right here. Let's solve for G. Again, do your border. Right here, I see some multiplication. I need this G by itself. Opposite of multiplication is division. Who am I dividing by if I want G by itself? Ask yourself real quick. Yes, you're right. It's H. Since I divided by H on the right side, don't forget to do it to the right side. Those are going to cancel out. Now I have my G by itself with B over H. Pretty simple, right? And that's because I need to show you one more or two more types of literal equations. You're gonna freak out. You're like, "Are you serious, Mr. Ramirez?" I'm gonna say, "Yes, I'm extremely serious." All right, take off that G. Okay, something a little bit different. Let me look at some examples. Okay, this one's not too bad. This one says W plus X equals T. We need to solve for X. That means I want this X by itself. Sir, but this is not multiplying, this is adding. You're right. What's the opposite? What's the inverse of adding? And we've already know how to do this. We're subtracting, so I'm going to keep this x here because that's who I want. I'm going to box it up. What happens when I take a positive, we throw it to the other side? Kaboom, you're right. We're subtracting. That cancels out. Can I combine these two variables? Cannot. They are not the same. There is my new formula. Boom. One more of this same type. Then we got one more example. And then you have your quiz. I did attach extra problems. Those are for you to try out, you to manipulate and figure it out for yourself. The answers are included. Please try doing it on your own. One more of the same. I have V minus R equals S. And I want V by itself. Border. V needs to be by itself. That means I gotta get rid of this R. Sir, it's minus. So what happens when I throw minus to the other side? Turns into a plus. Kaboom. V equals. Can I put S and R together? I cannot. Pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty simple. I hope. If not, please visit me in tutoring hours. Let me know what y'all think. Ask me any questions. And let's do two more little examples and we'll be done for the day. Please don't forget to do your test. Very, very important. Grades are due tomorrow. I don't want to see people failing. This is some real stuff. I know we're online, but school's going to keep rolling. All right. I'm going to steal this problem for number 2 on your extra problems. This is number 2. This is U equals 2x minus 2. And we're solving for x. Sir, there's a couple things happening right here. You're right. First, we need to make sure we acknowledge I need this x by itself. So that's going to be at the end of my problem. Second, we're going to do this 2 first because you always want to do addition or subtraction first and then multiplication and division second. So in this case, I see a minus 2 right there. It doesn't belong there. I need to throw it to the other side. What happens to that 2? Turns positive. So I'm going to do a 2 plus u. Scratch it out. Hopefully by now you understand that 2x is basically a symbolism of multiplication. So what do I do to get rid of that 2? Multiplication, we go to divide. Divide by 2. And yes, you are going to have to divide the entire thing by 2. Those 2's are going to cancel out. Now we got my x equals. I have 2 plus u over 2. Rewatch it. It's a little confusing, I understand. Rewatch it if you need to. I'm going to do the next example. Oh, I like number 10. We're going to skip and do number 10. Rewatch it if you need to. We're doing number 10 real quick. This is the last problem. Number 10 on the extra problems. We got 3x, negative 3x, negative 3x plus 2c equals negative 3. Let's do a different number, negative 5, because I don't like that negative 3. And we are solving for, let's do c. A little different than number 10. All right, do your border. I need this c by itself. Holy shoot, sir, but this has a negative 3x. Hey, it's okay. We don't need this x. I'm going to throw this whole thing over to the other side. This is a negative 3x. When I throw it over, that becomes a plus 3x. Make some room right here because this is kind of a little messy. So we went from negative to positive. Let me rewrite it down to make it look nicer. Negative 5 plus 3x. Still need this c by itself, but I have that too. It's multiplication right there. What's the opposite of multiplication? Ask yourself. Multiplication goes to division. Got to divide the whole other side by the person in front of my variable c, which is 2. 2. So I got c equals negative 5 plus 3x minus 2. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Please come to my tutoring hours if you need extra help. We're going to do another day of this tomorrow. Hopefully I have a little more time to present, okay?